Mark chapter 4, verses 35 through 41. The story of Jesus in the boat with the disciples when they encounter a windstorm. On that day, when evening had come, he said to them, "Let us go across to the other side." And leaving the crowd, they took him with them in the boat, just as he was, and all the boats were with him. And a great windstorm arose, and the waves were breaking into the boat, so that the boat was already filling. But he was in the stern, asleep on the cushion. And they woke him, and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" And he awoke, and rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. Jesus said to them, "Why are you so afraid? Have you still no faith?" And they were filled with great fear and said to one another, "Who then is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" The disciples were in the boat with Jesus Christ the whole time, from the beginning, when there were peaceful time in the boat, until they met encounter with the windstorm, and then they had to fight with the windstorm until they could not handle it anymore. And they remembered that Jesus was in the boat, so they woke him up. Jesus is in our lifeboat, and he has the ability to call on the wind to calm down. He has control of the disease around us. He has control over the nature. Jesus is in our lifeboat. Even though we can see there are a lot of things happening around us right now, and if we have to handle it by ourselves, we will not be able to overcome it. The disciples were very experienced fishermen, and they got used to seeing the windstorm in the middle of the sea while they were fishing. With that experience, they thought that they could handle the windstorm. Just like us, we rely on our own strength without asking for help from God, or depend on him, or trust in him with our lives. We got used to the ability that we have, that God gave to us. And so when disaster strikes us like this, we're not able to handle it. We panic. And Jesus in our lifeboat was sleeping. In other words, we did not have a relationship with Christ, even though he is in our lives. We don't seek him. We don't talk to him until problems come. But remember, Jesus was in the boat. He is in our lives right now. Let's build the relationship with Christ again. And we do not have the time to go outside anymore. All the times that we have is now in the house. Without going out, without doing other things, all the distraction taken away. Let us focus on Christ, because he is in our boat.